Oh my God. It's over 85 pounds. I wanted it, but I couldn't eat it, especially because the next morning you're gonna have supper. Like, I don't eat it.
That's all right. Sandy and I went to the Summit House on Saturday night with friends. No, in Summit, on Springfield Avenue.
Okay.
No drinks, 2 appetizers, 2 dinners, and whatever they got. Plus us $175 a couple.
Crazy.
I thought that was outrageous.
No, not really. My kids are all over the place, so no. No, Milburn.
How old are they?
What do I have? Almost 20. 18,
Yeah.
15.
Good for you.
Yes.
Are they any in college?
My oldest is going to be a junior in college, and then my middle one is graduating high school this year. He'll be a freshman.
Yeah.
He's at University of Dayton in Ohio, and the middle one is starting in Indiana. Yeah, and then my youngest is at
Ryan, you good?
no, she's studying biology.
Okay. My oldest
It'd be nice to play for it.
I know. Yeah, except, you know what's funny? Everyone that we've spoken to only had positive things to say.
Rob and Cassidy, her daughter just finished her first year at IU.
Yeah, no, she's very, very excited. So.
Good evening and welcome to the May 21st, 2024 meeting of the Roseland Governing Body. Adequate notice this meeting has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, and that the date, time, and location of the meeting were included in the annual meeting schedule, posted on a public bulletin board in your municipal building, and filed in the office of the Borough Clerk. For those attending tonight's meeting via Zoom, the agenda and any other relevant documents can be found on the Borough's website, attached to the meeting notice posted in the news and announcement section. During the meeting, an announcement will be made prior to the 2 public comment periods. Anyone wishing to make a public comment via computer will be instructed to use the raise your hand icon. Anyone wishing to make a public comment via telephone will be instructed to dial *9 at the appropriate time. For those in attendance in person or remotely, please provide your name and address when selected. If you are affected and eligible for Daniel's Law, please just announce your name. Mr. Watkins, please call the roll.
Mayor Spango.
Present.
Mr. Barty. Mr. Baran.
Here.
Mrs. Fishman.
Here.
Mr. Goldstein.
Here.
Mrs. Parati.
Here.
Mr. Trillo.
Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Never did it once. One was drill instructor, can't control everyone with his voice. First on the agenda, we have our first round of public comment. Any member of the public wishing to be heard, come forward, state your name and address for the record, please. I feel like Vanna White, Carol.
Cheryl Ryan, Oak Drive. This picture of the Borough Hall was painted by my daughter Christine when she was in 6th grade about 25 years ago. She is very artistic. She went on to teach arts and crafts for Roseland. She was the art director and camp director for Scram. Her artwork was on the Scram, Teen Outcuts, and Run for the Roses t-shirts for many years. This picture hung in the Noacker School Art Gallery in my home, and now Christine would like to gift it to the borough for all the people in Roseland to enjoy. Would you have a place to hang it in the Borough Hall?
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other member of the public wish to be heard, come forward, state your name and address for the record. If you're with us via Zoom, use the raise your hand icon. And if you're with us telephonically, press star. Thank you, Ryan. We have as you can tell by the crowd, we have a large number of presentations. We are going to start with the Roseland Junior Women's Club for their 75th anniversary.
We were number 9. 9 on your hit parade.
We mix it up.
We're going in reverse. The Women's Club is celebrating their 75th anniversary, and
Wow.
I'm going to turn it over to former Councilwoman Tolley to introduce the members of the Women's Club and give us a little background.
Mayor. I want to get mixed up with our other proclamations. Thank you for this honor tonight, the Women's Club. I would first like to, the girls that are here, current members that are here, are Ginny Giacomowitz, Cheryl Ryan, Vienna Mooney, Kathy Iandorio, Diana Villanueva, Phyllis Carosa,
Perfect timing.
Angela Gillespie, and Sylvana Pacio. And I'm Michelle Toll. Some of the girls who cannot be here tonight due to other activities and engagements are Katie Bonger, Jennifer Barty, Cindy Polito, and Maria Lee. As the mayor said, the Women's Club is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Members volunteer their time and services for projects and fundraisers that benefit our community as well as the outside community. Some projects are performed behind the scenes, such as library book delivery service and special collections for the shelters. Some of our projects and fundraisers, past and present, include the winter sock and coat collection for the Essex County shelters, New Jersey Veterans Hospital, personal item collection, 5th grade Halloween dance, Make Your Own Sunday, household items for the Safe House, which is an Essex County battered women's shelter, the Roseland Country Fair and Craft Show, eyeglasses collection, breakfast with the Easter Bunny, pasta dinner, family portrait day, coupons for the military, supermarket bingo for the senior citizens, and non-perishable food items for the Roseland Food Pantry are just a few. Recipients of the club's past and present donations include the Emmanuel Children's Cancer Foundation, New Jersey Veterans Hospitals, Roseland Historical Society, Roseland Free Public Library, Roseland First Aid Squad, Roseland Fire Department, the Alzheimer's Association, Canine for Companions, Seeing Eye of Morristown, Community Food Bank of New Jersey, Children's Specialized Hospital, and CHAP, Children's AIDS Program, are just a few. Every 2 years, the New Jersey State Federations of Women's Clubs picks a new organization at their convention, and their last convention was held 2 weeks ago in Atlantic City. This year's the organization that they have picked for the next 2 years is the New Jersey Children's Alliance, or NJCA. This organization promotes hope, healing, and justice for victims of child abuse by supporting training, resources, advocacy, and leadership. The goal is for every child abuse victim in New Jersey to have access to the hope and healing of the NJCA through the child advocate centers where children and parents can seek help. Currently, there are 21 centers in New Jersey. Now, some great news. Some upcoming events of the club are Thursday, June 6th at the Roseland Library from 4 to 6 p.m. Come and meet former Roseland resident Lucille Moreno and a former Roseland Junior Women's Club member. She published her first book called Elizabeth's Mountain. It was released in April and has been receiving wonderful reviews. The date again is June 6th at the library from 4 to 6 p.m. There will be a reception and book signing and refreshments. Okay. Show your pride for Roseland. The Roseland Junior Women's Club designed new car and refrigerator magnets. We have them for sale. One is $7, 2 is $13, and 3 are $18. They're available by calling 973-228-6512, which is my name, my phone number. And they're also available, we're going to have order forms, and we will also be selling them at the Fall Festival on October 5th. The last exciting project right now is the juniors are hosting a Roseland Antique Roadshow in September. September 21st, Saturday, at the First Aid Squad in the community room. The roadshow will be from 1 to 4 p.m. Registration begins at 12:30. Bring your hidden treasures to be appraised by John Feltz from RZM Fine Arts and Antiques in New York. You may even be paid on the spot. The first item is $10 to be appraised, and you can have 2 additional items, $5 each, so the total cost is $20, and there will also be a bake sale. More information and a flyer will follow. That's all I have. For our girls.
Congratulations on your 75 years. And as you said, all the philanthropic endeavors that the Women's Club does has done over the years has benefited all of our residents and other groups as well. Thank you for all your efforts. We have a proclamation for you, and we will take a picture. Who wants the front?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the next proclamation. Next, I'm going to bring up our Roseland EMS. It's EMS week. I don't know if they can hear me back there.
Where's Bob? Oh, there's
Bob.
Bob and Dave.
Tom.
Tom.
I saw Tom sneaking.
Dave, I'm watching that road dance right on you.
2019 started EMS week, where the whole country honors our medical service volunteers. It's very nice that I see 2 young volunteers here because it's very, very difficult to get volunteers. These men and women, young and old, volunteer all their time to the borough, and they're there to assist us in our worst time of need. I've had to deal with it a couple times with my daughters. You can't say enough thank yous to the volunteer firemen, EMS, paid police officers for what they do every day. They're there on Memorial Day weekend. They're there at night. They're not with their families, so they can make sure that our families are safe. And we thought it was only proper that we honor them here tonight for all their hard work and accomplishments. Congratulations, and thank you for all. There you go, door. Well,
Thanks, guys.
I think that's probably a good idea.
and I'm gonna use it as a segue
Thank you very much.
to bring up
Thank you.
the adult kickball team champions because they need first aid more than anyone when a bunch of 40, 50-year-old people and 60-year-old people play kickball on a Friday night. Finally, the right team won for 2023.
Oh,
That would be my team, Councilman Barty's team, Councilman Barati's team. Was our 3rd year? Took us 3 years. Councilman Trillo actually boycotted the meeting because he didn't win this year. We did. We'll drink water out of those cups in front of them. So, what we do for our kickball champions is we give them a mug or a pint glass to enjoy your favorite non-alcoholic beverage in. But also what we're going to do, I spoke to Mike Colletti today. Every year when we get our kickball jerseys, the teams stay the same. And the year that you won your championship is going to be on the back of your jersey. So our jerseys will say 2023 champions next year. 2022 was, I think, Moose's team, and 2021 was the blue team. We're very unoriginal. We have the blue team, the black team, the red team. With us today, we have myself, Councilman Barty's not here, his wife Jen's not. We have Brendan Cassidy, Robin Cassidy, Jeff Scholl, Gene Parati, Frank Parati, Manny and Jackie Oliveira couldn't be with us, and Gino Izzo couldn't be with us either. So come on.
Can we have more than one championship on the back of the shirt?
That would be 2024 for us.
Okay, there we go. That's all I can do.
Congratulations, guys. Part 14, those extra big kickballs.
Mike, any preference? Is there any-
Aces are all.
Aces are-
I'll do them last.
They're not here.
How about the links? Want the links?
Sure.
Okay, links.
You are the link with the coaches. You and the girls, come on. Right, so the links, we had 3 champions in basketball last year. I think we've had 3 championships. I think we went to 4 championship games. 3rd and 4th grade girls is comprised of Talia Baldino, Sophia Burgos, Emma Danks, Nina Gross, Haley Hurley, Ari Pasquarel, Emily Schroeder, Elise Tejada, and Adriana Villafora. I'm going to turn it over to the head coach, Mike Philippos.
Real quick, I'll just say it was a pleasure to coach these girls. What a great team they were. They worked hard all season. I had these girls running suicides every practice. They asked me to take it easy on them. I didn't. They did a great, great job. They won the second half of every game. We went undefeated, and that's why, because they worked so hard. So super proud of them. 2 great assistant coaches. Phyllis was the mom of took care of everyone. Couldn't be more proud to have coached these girls.
That's great.
And come this way.
Neil, you got 2 more times here.
I feel my skull on my thighs. And
Thank you all. You just tell me who to go from there.
Leave the house. Boys.
Whoever, just tell me the team name. Bulls?
The Bulls? They're in here. They're in here.
Keep running that Ranger hat, come on. Yep. So we have the 2023-24 Roseland Bulls, 3rd and 4th grade boys basketball. The girls won, so they set the bar high, so the boys had to follow. Bulls were coached by Brian Meyer, Mike Spallino, and Samara Desario. On the team was Angelo DiNapoli, Brady Desario. Brady make it or no? Brady's catching because he's the only one who brought a cup with him to the game. Matthew Coase, Patrick Meyer, Ian Montgomery, Maxim Podolak, Harrison Savarese, David Chivelman, Michael Spolino, and Christopher Stefanakis. Congratulations, Doc.
Say something.
So it seems appropriate, being the Bulls, that I quote Michael Jordan. So if you put forth the effort, good things will be bestowed upon you. And that's truly about the game. And in some ways, that's about life too. And I think as coaches, we are so proud of this team because some of these boys, really struggled with dribbling in the beginning, shooting a basket. They didn't even come close. And in the end, almost everybody scored a basket. Everybody was making plays. And most importantly, they were persevering and trying their best. They put forth the effort, and it shows. So we are so proud of them for their undefeated season here, and really proud of them. So congratulations, boys.
Mike, I want a pair of these shorts, by the way. I do. Red and black. So, see those shoes? I had to show my kids a picture. I had them when I was in fourth grade. My mother's name that might be rich. Right here with me. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Next
Rod was here.
Roger's the only one?
Yep. Next up is the Roseland Aces, our 7th and 8th grade girls basketball team. Their head coaches here, but the girls are all playing softball. So the team was Caroline Bada, Michaela Chung, Victory Donnelly, Jordana Eisenberg, Jolie Eisenberg, Kate Frieda, Madeline Cesario, Luciana Gibbons, Brianna Polito, Leanna Rackfan, Alice Treader, Charlotte Treader, and Giovanna Varola. Coach?
I don't really know what to say about this group of girls. Most of them we had were fifth and sixth grade, and then they stuck together and we went back up. We won it 2 years ago. We won it this year, so we got the championship twice. Every year this group works harder. We really pushed them this year. And when I saw the group I had, first thing I said to Mike was just put our names on the trophies. That's exactly what I said to him. And I said, we'll be up here again. And I was actually talking to one of the parents, and I said, well, if I get this group next year, again, I said, I'll take it through. As long as I get my group again. I know. But the coaching staff this year was great. We had a couple extra coaches, and it was a huge help. Everybody,
I thought Darth Vader walked in.
yeah, phone's always ringing. Coaching staff this year was great. We had two extra coaches this year, and they really filled in. Steve Bada, RJ Rapkin, and so they're a great addition. A lot of girls on the team played for other teams this year, so when we were around, they filled in. They knew exactly what we had to do, and it paid off in the end. So I can't thank them enough, and the girls did a great job.
I'm going to take all this through. I'll give everybody all the same coaches. That way, everybody's going to short notice thing. Yeah, sure. Everybody's over this. All right.
We're gonna take
Too
bad we couldn't get the girls' pictures.
You know, this is the first time we're taking a picture. You might know you should at least do this.
And I have a and shield. No, wait, am I taller?
Down the chair, Tim.
Ladies, can you push out to speed of facts? Go.
Look at the thing you want a girl basketball league, like a movie Ladybug. There you go. Thanks.
Congratulations, Joe.
They're all over.
Next, we have one of my favorites, and that's Mother of the Year. So I'm going to bring up Lauren Bach first. The author comes also. So I always get a kick out of reading the letter. So this is a very cute letter by son. She wrote, "My mom should be Mother of the Year because she shows how much she loves me and my brother every day. Some of the things she does that shows me she loves me are cleans the kitchen, helps me with my homework, loves arts and crafts with me, takes me to swimming and dance, takes care of me when I'm sick, and gives me snuggles. Somehow my mom is finding time to get her second master's degree. She's taking a tap dance class to show me how it's done. And I quote, and she's making another brother for me in her belly. Love my mom, she is the best." Someone that was very cool.
Thank you. I mean, thank you. And that's my other one. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Sure. Here, Roland, come here. Hey, come here.
Everybody.
This way. Get in this. Or you're coming in too.
Yeah.
And my mom's coming in.
That's your mom and dad.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hi, buddy. Hey. Hi.
Where do we meet?
Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's also a gift certificate from Jim Johnson's for lunch.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Well done. Kids.
Get a babysitter.
Yeah.
Hi, Summer.
Next, we have Eleanor Tenedo. Am I pronouncing it right? Tenedo. Her daughter, Georgina, wrote an essay for her mom to be Mother of the Year. Georgina, come on. And I'm going to read the essay. "My mom is not just my mom. She's my best friend. My teacher, my number one fan, and my hero. She is always there when I need it the most. She teaches me how to live, learn, love, and she's the person who I can count on and talk to. My mom picks me up when I'm down. She's the answer to my problem, the reason I keep going. Whenever I get a bad grade or do bad at sports activities, she always says, 'Don't worry, we'll work on it.' And we do. I got better and better because of her. She's the one who brings me joy, cares for me, and makes me feel wanted and important. She knows that I can do more than I think I can. She believes in me. And she works so hard. She works at home, has meetings throughout the day, and she still drives me or my sister to after-school activities. All I can say is thank you to my mom and that she's the most caring, loving, hardworking, funniest mom ever. Congratulations that your daughter recognizes that you're doing all those things at such a young age. And when I called Eleanor, I felt like I told her she won the Powerball because everybody in the house started screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, I'm not the lottery guy, but I mean, they were very, very excited, and it's very well deserved. Do you want to say anything? You want to say something?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to say anything?
No, I thank you.
I'll stand over here. I think that's what he wants us to do.
This is for me.
Jim, Joe. Good. Here we go.
You know, that's the one thing. Should have had.
Costs you between 10 and 20, but it pays off
I
for the.
Yeah.
So, one more.
We'll wake you up.
Oh, the jersey.
So our last one is for Jersey Access Group Conference Board. So I'm going to ask Ryan to come up. I think it was it Monday night or Sunday night? Thursday. Tells you how busy I am. It was Thursday. My phone rings at 9:30 and I see Ryan's name. And I look at my wife and she goes, "Oh God, he's leaving to go to another town. You're going to be so mad." I said, "Something must be wrong." So Ryan was it's the most excited I've heard Ryan since he's been here. Ryan went to JAG, and he'll explain what that is. And we were awarded a very prestigious award, and Ryan will explain how prestigious it is and how well we scored, thanks to Ryan. So I'm going to turn over to Ryan Shortfager. Did I pronounce it right? Yes, Shortfager. Our public information officer, Ryan.
There. So, as the public information officer, you know, like when you're the clerk, you go to certain conventions and meetings and things like that, and there really isn't too much for public information officers to go to. So I look forward to like the one event each year that I can go to, which is now this is our second year going that I've been able to go, and it's a group called the Jersey Access Group, and essentially this is an organization. It advocates, promotes, preserves the right for media production, distribution, civic engagement, and education in support of diverse community voices through PEG channels, which is public education and government, and their facilities and other forms of media. So this is a group of like towns who run television stations, schools who run community television stations, and like independent producers who create content. And essentially this group, all these towns work together. We share content, we share ideas, we share things that are going on in our towns to help improve the other towns. And they also do advocating for us down in Trenton and Washington, D.C. So it's a very important group. I'm unfortunately unable to attend all of their regular meetings because I'm here at the Borough of Roseland, but you know, I keep track on all these things going on. So one of the big things that they've done for many years is they hold something called the JAG Awards, aka Local Access Television Emmys. That's essentially what this is. So every single town, if you're a member of JAG, you get one free entry into the competition, and then if you would like to, then you can pay a fee and you can enter in as many others as you want. Now, a lot of other towns have full-time or part-time staff that run just the television station. I believe Woodbridge has a full-time person. I think Cranford had a part-time person that ran theirs. So there are some people that all they do is just local access television. That's one category. Then another category is someone like myself who do other jobs. We work for a municipality. We do other jobs. We oversee the television station. And then there are towns like where I volunteer and where I live in Oakland where the whole thing is all volunteer run. So you really run the gamut of people who are just doing this out of the goodness of their heart because they have some free time and they want to do it, to people who have it under their control and power to a degree, and then others who literally this is their life and their livelihood and this is how they make a check doing this. So there's several different categories. You can go for council meetings, you go for public events, you go for concerts, all these different categories. So in Oakland, where I am, we entered a few different things. We won first prize in one, and we won second prize in two others. In Roseland, unfortunately, I can't take as much video as I'd like to because I don't really have the time to do all the editing and whatnot. So we only usually put in one thing a year. So last year, I entered in an entry from our photographer and videographer, Neil. I put in one of our summer concerts, and it did well. It placed. It got essentially what's called a gold award, which is essentially you got to go over an 80% for quality of the video. So we were very happy, ecstatic that we won something. We got something. So then this year comes around, and I'm thinking, well, what the heck am I going to enter in for our free entry? And Neil and I we talk back and forth when we have all these different events, if we're both going to be there. Who's going to take pictures? Who's going to take video? And I remember this past time I said to Neil, it's Christmas time. Do you want to take the video or do you want to take pictures? And he says, well, I think I took pictures last time, so I'll take the video if you want to do the pictures. And I said, sure. And then, put together, here's the clip that I put together of a highlight reel of the Christmas event that we had. And I'm watching this clip and I'm like, this is fantastic. I literally had almost nothing to correct, nothing to edit, nothing that I was like, yeah, actually, I was like, this is fantastic. I think I shared it with the mayor, people on the council, I sent it along, and I said, Neil, like, do me a favor, cut this down into like a 30-second highlight clip, and I'm going to submit this for a JAG award and see if we win something. So I submitted in, and you don't know if you're going to win until you get there. Like that's the Emmy. So we're sitting there in the audience, and I'm watching all the other towns who have their things in this segment. I think ours came out pretty good. I think ours it's up there with the other ones in this category. We should place or something. So I was there. Third place was this town. Second place was this town. Then before they get to the first place, they say this entry not only won first place, but of every single program that was entered in this competition for every category, this placed the highest, got the highest grade out of all of them, of a 99 of 100, which is almost impossible. That's probably someone who's like, this went on for 1 second too long. That's probably the one complaint that we're going to find out came of this. So, not only did we, of course, win our gold award for excellence in broadcasting, but we won this award, the Award of Excellence for the Santa's Arrival and Hometown Christmas Celebration Recap for the category of Community Holiday Event. And I'd like to invite up our, I'll say, videographer, Neil Grabowski, on behalf of the Borough Roseland and myself as Public Information Officer. I want to congratulate you and thank you for your services to the municipality.
Yeah.
Even more to you.
Who's taking the picture?
I know. Did Ryan do it?
Is just press a button?
Take a selfie.
Yeah, basically. We can do it.
Don't touch the camera.
I just want to say, thank you to the mayor, to the council, and a special thank you to Ryan, who certainly has made all of this possible. We work hard to cover the things here in the borough, and it's so nice to be recognized for the effort that we put into it. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you to Neil and to Ryan. We have the benefit of Neil being a resident and also having a lot of experience in filming, and he does a great job for us. He donates a lot of his time to us also, so we appreciate Neil. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think we have any more proclamations. Before we go into introduction of ordinance, I think Dan Salvanti from the County of Essex is here. Dan, like to come forward. Anything to add?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. If I knew the award was being given tonight, I would have made sure Santa Claus was here. But
I start Christmas planning in July.
congratulations on that. Busy time in Essex County. Some great events going on. I want to share with the residents of Roseland. On Thursday, the 23rd, we'll have our Grover Cleveland Fishing Contest. And again, now registration starts at 5, and the derby's from 6 to 7. On June 1st, on Saturday, from 8:30 to 12 noon, it's Paper Shredding Day. That's at 99 Bradford Avenue in Cedar Grove, Public Works Building. Same weekend, we could plan your whole weekend out here. June 1st, June 2nd, open house at Riker Hill Art Park from 11 to 5 p.m. We'll also be having a Family Pride Night at Essex County Turtleback Zoo. This is a paid event. Will be happening on the 15th of June from 5:30 to 8:30. In addition, during the summer season, we'll have Wellness on the Waterfront, which will start on July 8th. And our summer concert brochure right off the press. I'm just going to highlight a couple of the big ones so
Thank you, Dan.
everybody is aware of our bigger shows. New Jersey Symphony Orchestra and Fireworks will take place in Branchford Park on June 28th. Men of Soul will be playing at Weequahic Park on Tuesday, July 2nd, also with a fireworks show. Wednesday, July 3rd, we'll be in Brookdale Park, again with our fireworks display, and the Infernos will be playing on July 3rd. In addition to that, there's about 25 other concerts throughout the county. Main ones will take place in Brookdale Park, and we also have our satellite concerts taking place in the entire park system during the summer season. Mayor, if there's any questions, concerns you may have, I'll take it back to the administration.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First, we have introduction of ordinances. We have ordinance 15-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title.
An ordinance amending Chapter 14 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Parks and Recreation, Section 14-2 entitled Conduct and Use of Parks and Recreation Areas.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 15-2024?
Motion.
Second.
Ron, Ms. Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 15-2024 will be posted on the borough's website. Notice of public hearing will be published in the progress. Public hearing will be held on Tuesday, June 18th, 2024.
Thank you, Ms. Watkins. Next on the agenda is introduction of ordinance 16-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance to amend the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland, Chapter 11, entitled Property Maintenance, to amend various fees.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 16-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Goldstein, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 16-2024 will be posted on the borough's website. The notice of public hearing will be published in the progress. Public hearing will be held on Tuesday, June 18th, 2024.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the introduction of ordinance 17-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for the acquisition of various equipment for the administration department in and by the Borough of Roseland and the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $55,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $42,750 bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 17-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Goldstein, Fishman, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none.
Ordinance number 17-2024 will be posted on the borough's website. Notice of public hearing will be published in the progress. Public hearing will be held on Tuesday, June 18th, 2024.
Next on the agenda, we have our public hearing on ordinance 8-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title.
Bond ordinance amending section 3A of bond ordinance number 25-2021 of the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, finally adopted November 23rd, 2021, in order to amend the description of the project.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 8-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing and hearing none, does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 8-2024? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 8-2024?
Second.
Parati, Goldstein, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance amending section 3A of bond ordinance number 25-2021 of the Borough of Roseland, County of Essex, New Jersey, finally adopted November 23rd, 2021, in order to amend the description of the project.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 8-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Goldstein, Barant, roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mrs. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Goldstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yeah.
Ordinance number 8-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance and shall take effect 20 days after the first publication, after final adoption is provided by law.
Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Next on the agenda is a public hearing on ordinance 9-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Ordinance reappropriating $386,453.91 proceeds of obligations not needed for the original purpose in order to provide for the construction of the Fallerton Brook footbridge in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, and authorizing the cancellation of bond ordinance number 11-2023 of the Borough, finally adopted May 16th, 2023.
Is there a motion to open up the public hearing on ordinance 9-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Barat. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 9-2024? Seeing and hearing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Goldstein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none, Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Ordinance reappropriating $386,453.91 proceeds of obligations not needed for their original purpose in order to provide for the construction of the Fallerton Brook Footbridge in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, and authorizing the cancellation of bond ordinance number 11-2023 of the Borough, finally adopted May 16th, 2023.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 9-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Goldstein. Roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Goldstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Ordinance number 9-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance. Shall take effect 20 days after the first publication after final adoption as provided by law.
Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Next on the agenda is ordinance 10-2024 for public hearing. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance reappropriating $672,000, including $641,250 proceeds of obligations not needed for their original purpose, and $30,750 from the capital improvement fund in order to provide for various capital improvements in and by the Borough of Roseland and the County of Essex, New Jersey.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 10-2024? So moved.
Second.
Fishman, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 10-2024?
William Tedesco, Meeker Court, just a clarification, because maybe I don't understand it right. It says, find it up, is no longer necessary for the purpose of acquisition of a fire engine. It means money is coming somewhere else through the fire. We're not losing the fire engine.
No.
Right, that's my main thing. And when I read this, I'm going, you have to heard that thing with the fire department, whatever. So we are,
We're still getting it. The
That's it.
price tag has risen drastically, so we had to reappropriate it. When we first put it out, it was around this number, and then, of course, everything went up, so it almost doubled. So we just basically, in layman's terms, had to reappropriate this money for the purchase, but at a higher price.
But we reappropriate their fire.
yeah, right. But I mean, still.
Yes. Yes.
3 years.
That's all I want to make sure.
3 years
3 years.
to get.
I understand. But I just want to make sure that we're not losing
No.
anything, that's all.
Not
I just want, because when you read it, you know, it sounds like maybe we're losing. No, thank you.
Anyone else wish to be heard on ordinance 10-2024? Thank you. We have a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Barat, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance reappropriating $672,000, including $641,250 proceeds of obligations excuse me, not needed for their original purpose, and $30,750 from the capital improvement fund in order to provide for various capital improvements in and by the Borough of Roseland and the County of Essex, New Jersey.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 10-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Parati, I think. Roll call vote, please. Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Goldstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Ordinance number 10-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance. Shall take effect 20 days after first publication after final adoption as provided by law.
Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Next on the agenda is ordinance 11-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance amending Chapter 17 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Water and Sewer, Section 17-21 entitled Permits and Fees to establish affordable unit sewer permit fees.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 11-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Barat, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 11-2024? Hearing and seeing none. May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Goldstein, Fishman, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance amending chapter 17 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Water and Sewer, section 17-21 entitled Permits and Fees to establish affordable unit sewer permit fees.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 11-2024?
So, second.
Parati, Fishman, roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Goldstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Parati?
Yes.
Ordinance number 11-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance and shall take effect as provided by law.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is a public hearing on ordinance 14-2024. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance of the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, rescinding bond ordinance number 26-2023 in its entirety.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 14-2024?
So moved.
Second.
Goldstein, Fishman, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 14-2020? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Seconded.
Barat, Goldstein, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance of the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, rescinding bond ordinance number 26-2023 in its entirety.
Motion to adopt ordinance 14-2020.
Second.
Fishman, Goldstein, roll call vote, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Goldstein?
Yes.
Mr. Parati?
Yes.
Ordinance number 14-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance. Shall take effect 20 days after the first publication after final adoption as provided by law.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is approval of bills, resolution 181-2024. Motion to approve the May 17th bill list. Everyone received the bill list? Questions, concerns, recusals? If we have none, we have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Goldstein, Barat, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Next, we have resolutions 1 through 11 on your agenda, but resolution number 182-2024 through 192-2024. Questions, concerns, comments, recusals on the resolutions? Maureen, number 8, Caldwell Story, that's our final piece there? If there are no questions, concerns, or recusals, can we have a motion to move these?
So moved.
Second.
Goldstein, Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none. Next, we have one on the consent agenda for a field permit to waive the fee for bond force. A motion to pass.
So moved. Motion, I meant.
Parati,
Seconded.
Goldstein, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Mayor's report. As you can see, the fields are being occupied. They're being used constantly. It's been an arduous process, to say the least. I feel like I'm going through a bad home renovation that never ends. But we had a few small issues in the beginning, but everybody loves it. We've got nothing but compliments. Thank Mike Coletti because they're in great demand. We've done a lot of rentals already in a week and a half. It's a lot more than we even expected.
They're working.
I greet them for coffee in the morning and I greet them for coffee in the evening. But no, they're really pushing hard and our engineer's doing a good job pushing them to get this done for June 1st for the grand reopening. So we're looking forward to that. Thank Mike also. We've had, I think in a week and a half, if I had to put a monetary number on it, we probably had about $5,000 to $6,000. And it's only going to get bigger. So thank everybody, especially Mike and Recreation. Besides that, I have nothing. So, just June 1st, the grand reopening of the fields. We're looking forward to that day. It's also our town picnic, our softball game. Hopefully you get nice weather. It's a great day. It'll be our first real event. Any other members of everybody have any?
I just want to remind everybody, June 23rd, the police department is having ice cream with an officer here at the Harrison Avenue complex from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's out right back here. And then our national night out is August 6th.
So it'll be the first
That'll
one.
be the first one we've had.
We tried to do it in 2019. We brought it back. It's going to be a great night. We're supposed to have the helicopter from the state police council.
So looking forward to that. So I just wanted to remind everybody.
I'm talking next time. Oh, June 8th. June 8th is
June
also the VFWs having
a
Barbecue.
barbecue.
and I want to thank Councilman Fishman and Essex County, because through Essex County, we're providing busing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be able to park off-site, and they'll be bused to the VFW to alleviate congestion and keep it going. They are expecting a very, very big crowd. They did?
Yeah, that's so good.
Oh, yeah.
So as of Sunday evening, our EMS, our volunteer squad has now started also a paid service. So our EMS, we still have our volunteers who will volunteer when they can, but from 6 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m., we will now have a paid service. So we will now have coverage in our emergency squad building, our EMS building, every day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So the town, it was the way to go because it's so difficult to get volunteers, and we want the response time to be what it is for the safety of the community.
And thank Deputy Director
Matthias,
for
Bob Garrity.
for leading it. And it should also be noted that the group that was really pushing this the hardest was our own first aid.
Yep.
So they're welcoming it because they just don't have the number of volunteers they used to have. And they understand that we have to have coverage within the borough 24/7.
And they took this under their wing with Deputy Matthias, Director Matthias, and they really went through a lot. And Dave Garrity is going to be the supervisor who handles that side of it. So I'm really excited to see how it goes.
A lot of towns have gone that way because everybody's experiencing the same thing. So it's a great idea. Yeah.
Took us a while to get here, but we did.
All right.
I want to thank everyone who worked so hard.
Thank you, John.
Last week, we had Senior Society had the Senior of the Year luncheon, and we honored Lou LaSalle, certainly a worthy recipient. And we're sorry that he was not here this evening to be recognized again. But this was the largest turnout we've had. We had about 170 seniors attend the event. When I first started working with the Senior Advisory Board, we maxed out at about 80. Last year we had about 140, and this year 170. So it's very exciting to see it grow, and it was a lovely event, and as I said, well deserved. And Municipal Youth Guidance had a sock drive as their last event for the school year, this school year, and they collected hundreds of pairs of socks and packaged them and delivered them to homeless shelters in the area. They did a great job.
Actually made progress last week also.
Yes.
It was a nice article.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
That was nice. And also from the Senior of the Year, Frank Polito from Sizzling Sounds volunteered his time to DJ for us, so it saved us money, and he did a great job.
Yeah, we
It was a
appreciate
very nice
that.
event.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Got a lot of great residents who come out and support us and help, and it's very heartening to see that. It really is.
And we had over, I think, 12 or 13 giveaways,
Mhm.
which was nice for all businesses in the community to donate to the event.
Again, one table, one.
It's like a tricky trade. They're all mad at the one table that won. Like it's their fault. Anyone else have anything to add?
April 29th, we had our committee meeting, and we discussed a lot of capital and infrastructure engineering projects going on in town. It was a very long meeting. Going forward,
we have a list that we're going to be working off of, just kind of updating everything that's going on. But wide range of topics from rectangular rapid flashing beacon signs on Eagle Rock Avenue, Lincoln Street paving, PSC&G working on Livingston and Roseland Avenue, the water tank, a lot of stuff going on in town. It's a very productive meeting.
Yeah, and PSC&G is starting a project that's going to start in Essex Fells. Director Mathias was at the meeting with me last week. It's going to go all the way through the center of town, and it's going to go up Eagle Rock. They're replacing manholes. Am I correct, Director? They're huge. But just, when they do rip up Eagle Rock, we're going to take advantage of that and do our own infrastructure improvements so we don't have to pave the road twice. They'll open it and they basically pave it for free so we can do whatever work we have to do underneath the water. So that's going to be probably through August, correct? Brian will constantly get notification out to the borough each day when they're working. We asked them not to start before school starts for that, and not to operate on evenings and weekends so everyone can enjoy their time. Anyone else have anything to add?
No, I think you covered it.
Yeah. Next on the agenda, we have approval of our May 7th caucus and executive session minutes. There are no questions or concerns or recusals. Take a motion to move this. Approve those minutes, excuse me. Motion.
Second.
Barati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Next, we have our second round of public comment. Any member of the public wishing to be heard, come forward, take your name as the record. If you're with us via Zoom, you can raise your hand on and press telephonically, press star one. Hearing seeing none. Nothing left but a motion for
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. We'll see everyone on June 1st.
Yes.
Yes.